What's up guys, how you doing? Welcome to another video. So today, you've seen the title, you've seen the thumbnail. Today, we're talking about why I will be switching back from the Action 2 to the original Osmo Action 1. I'm most likely going to be selling my Action 2 and I will be using the Osmo Action going forwards for my action camera use. Going to talk all about why in this video. Before we get into all that, I'm going to ask you guys to do the usual YouTube stuff for me. Make sure you hit the like button. It helps me out loads and loads on my channel. Really appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Loads of other videos to come on the channel that I think you might enjoy. I've actually already filmed another couple of Action 2 videos, which will be coming up on the channel, so hopefully those will be good ones. So, I have been using the Action 2 basically for a month now. Bought it 4 weeks ago, so around the time you guys saw the first Action 2 video right here on this channel. And I've been using it for about a month, also mixed in and alongside my Osmo Action, and the fact I've been using both maybe hints a little bit towards some of my reasons, but we're going to get into it in a lot more detail than that. Now, first thing to say, I don't hate this camera. There is a lot of stuff I love about the Action 2. I actually like the fact it is the modular system, and a lot of people don't like that. But to have just this piece, especially when you're shooting some of the like POV stuff, attaching it to your chest, stuff like that, it is so good. I love the size of it. I love how versatile it is. There is a lot of stuff I love. The stabilization is really cool. Arguably, the Osmo Action has equally good stabilization, but it's really fantastic. Really love it. Love the picture quality. The 4K footage out of this is really good. So there's a lot of stuff I like. Let's make that clear before people start hating me in the comments like you guys did with my overheating video. There's a lot of stuff I like about it. But there are a few things that for me, I don't think stack up when I'm comparing them with the Osmo Action. The first reason, and we're going to get straight into this one because I've made a whole video of it, but it is the overheating. For me, it has been a problem. I know there are people saying, yeah, but if you go out and use it, action, flying through the wind, you know, all that kind of stuff, then it doesn't overheat as quick. And yeah, fine, that's right. It doesn't overheat as quick, but it still is overheating, right? And it's not just about action. Lots of people, including myself, are not just going to be using these cameras for action. I use this for vlogging a lot. I take it out with me to events, and you guys can see what I'm up to behind the scenes, and it's handy to have a small, versatile camera. But the trouble is, if the camera I'm using in those situations is overheating after 5, 6, maybe 10 minutes if I'm lucky, that's just not good enough. When with the Osmo Action 1, I can run it for half an hour, more than that, and it has no overheating issues. So I know some people will argue against me with the overheating, but for me, that is a big reason. That is one of the reasons why I'm switching back to the Osmo Action 1. Okay, moving into reason number 2, and that is the fact that with the modules, when using the screen module, the camera isn't waterproof. Now, I do love the POV aspect when I'm using just this one, but sometimes I want to be able to use this one in situations where it might get wet. Now, I'm not a diver, stuff like that. I'm not taking it into the water a lot, but I do want to be able to leave it in situations where it will definitely get wet. Sometimes with the Action 1, I had this out and about with me, you know, photographing games. I could just leave it sat next to me in the pouring rain, filming footage. With this one, I can't. I'm getting nervous, and I know people will say to me, well, take it off and just use that one. But I don't want to. I want the screen. I want to be able to see what I'm doing, make sure my composition is right. The fact that I cannot leave this fully waterproof without putting it in a waterproof case with the screen module on there, for me, is just frustrating. The whole thing needs to be waterproof. Osmo Action 1, fully waterproof. Okay, moving into reason number 3, and that is the battery life. Now, the battery life isn't horrendous, right? It covers lots of my needs, but it isn't as good as the Osmo Action 1. It drains batteries a lot quicker, and depending on the type of footage that you're shooting, I have found it sometimes drains the battery a lot quicker than the 70 minutes that they have suggested it should last for. I've noticed it being a problem with the battery just about 2-3 times now, whereas with the Osmo Action 1 I don't have that issue. Now, it isn't just about the battery life, it's the fact that with the Osmo Action 1 I can just trade out the battery. I have 2, in fact I might even have 3 batteries for the Osmo Action, and I can just trade out the batteries when I need to. Of course, with the Action 2 there is no battery to trade fade in and out. The battery is in effect the second module. So in order to have that, I would have to buy the whole second module, which is the battery one, which costs a huge amount more than buying a spare battery for your Osmo Action 1, and then I would have to trade it out. Then when I trade it out, I don't have the front screen anymore. Unless, of course, I buy 2 of the screen modules, and then I'm talking even more money. I can near enough buy the Osmo Action 1 by the time I buy a screen module. I know not quite, the price isn't quite that close, but still, you see my point when it comes to battery life. Moving into reason number 4, and that is the price. Now, whilst the camera isn't necessarily hugely overpriced when you look at some of its competitors, it certainly is pricey, and it's a higher price than I thought it was going to be when it first came out. Now, I've worked out my prices actually in dollars this time, because I know a lot of my viewers are out there in the States, and to buy this setup here, so the camera and the screen module, is $519. Bearing in mind right now, you can buy the Osmo Action for under $300, so you're talking more than $200 difference. I mean, I've found plenty of reasons why actually I think this camera could be better. So for me, this one doesn't just have to be better, it has to be $200 worth of better. And for me, it's not matching up like that. That really is a huge price, over $500 for the Action 2. Especially when you start to think that you can buy a GoPro Hero 10 for less than that. And actually, if you were to compare this with the GoPro Hero 10, there's still loads of things I love about the Osmo, but the GoPro Hero 10 probably in most categories would be better than the Osmo Action, which for me means it's better than the Action 2, and you can get it a little cheaper. For me, the price is a big problem, and in all honesty, probably the biggest driving force behind me making this decision to switch back. Now, as I said, there are lots of things I like about the Action 2. I do like the quality of it. I do like the build. I actually like this little modular setup. I also have found myself quite enjoying the setup of it being upright with the screen underneath and the camera on top when you use it in one of the mounts. I have found myself quite enjoying that setup, kind of the slender sort of profile of it. I do like that, definitely. I do like the front screen, but of course, again, when I'm using the front screen, it's not modular. So I suppose when I'm then looking at the Osmo Action 1, I guess what I need is a camera that has the battery life of the Osmo Action 1, a camera that's fully waterproof, so I'm not going to have to worry about the front screen, you know, getting wet and sitting out there in the rain, something that doesn't overheat over much. I just kind of need it to have this little slender upright profile, which I guess if I do that, then I think I might have found the better camera for me. And it's more than $200 less. Now, of course, I've already bought both cameras, so it's not going to save me $200, but I can sell this one and make myself over $200 back, which I can spend on something else. Because for me right now, the Osmo Action 1 is going to cover pretty much all of my needs. And that just about rounds off the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe for all my other future videos. I've still got some more videos coming on the Action 2, like I said. Thank you very much for watching, and I'm going to see you guys on the next video.